3, 2, 1. Good day, everyone. GarageKing here, and welcome to the November 2025 Snap-on Sales Flyer of the Month. Now, this is not the holiday season flyer that I posted a few days ago. This is the monthly flyer, so this is November 2025. Stay on a mission in any space. You can see they're promoting their quarter drive nano access tools. So let's just get right in here, everybody. All right, so first page, we just have scanners, Solus, Apollo, Triton, and Zeus. I'm not gonna go over these. There is no price, so, you know, we might as well not discuss them. Kind of sounds like you're gonna go to the moon with these names. I love the names. Anyway, let's pan over to the new products. Let's keep it moving. So here, I don't know why this is a new product. I don't know what's new with it. It is a helmet. I'm just trying to get some focus for you there. Ignite Pro Digi Smart Lens with Smart Function ADF Auto Darkening. Now, we've had auto darkening for a while. This one is just over $800, maybe because it's got different settings, you know, with the sensitivity. I don't know exactly what's new about it, but they say it's new. Maybe it's the colors. I honestly don't know. Let's pan down here. We have a flashlight. So this is $204, 900 lumen. I guess they got a new flashlight for you. I'm actually, believe it or not, interested in these for $131.50, two-piece heavy-duty handle alignment bar set, because I will confess to you all, far too often, I have used a punch as an alignment tool when I really shouldn't be doing that. So these I am interested in. If anyone's actually gotten these from the truck, the one thing I would appreciate is if you could let me know what size they are, because it just doesn't say what size they are. It's just two pieces there for that price. So that's, I'd just be curious how big they are. Let's pan down here. 3.5 millimeter hex nut driver, radar adjuster. So it's probably super thin and allows you access to screws without removing additional vehicle components. So those on flat rate, maybe you can save a little bit of money and make a little bit more. That is $40.75. And over here we have a 15 millimeter metric single hex thick walled socket, probably for doing head bolts or something. Let's go in there. And yep, for proper torquing of head bolts. Okay, let's move in here. Built-in scrubber soap. So 12 pack, $200, so it's just under $20 each one. I know nothing about this, but every time I bought something from Snap-on, like for example, these are the Formula Line 920 wipes, they don't disappoint. So I have been happy. So maybe these are good. I don't know. I just don't have any experience with them. So let's turn the page, everybody. So what do we got next? Slam the brakes on inefficiency. I like that. So here they're promoting a whole bunch of brake products. So right here, up here, letter A, we have 8-piece 3/8 drive impact driver set. That is down to $461 from $542. And if we go down one, letter B, we have the quick flow pressure brake bleeder. That's $738, operates on shop air. So totally pneumatic. That's what it looks like. I'm gonna skip over this one just for a second, because if you are a shop probably and you consider buying this, you may want to consider these, letter D, and this is all the adapters for the master cylinders. This goes with this. Letter D is the master cap adapter set. That is $549 from $610. So they sort of go hand in hand. Now let's slide back up here. This was just a vacuum brake bleeder. So this one is for vacuum, and that's what it looks like there. So that's that one. Let's go down to E. We have a 7-piece disc brake caliper set. So you get 7 pieces, that's what it looks like. So you get some hex and some Torx. It is fairly expensive, $261, or maybe it's not, I guess depends how you look at it, down from $326. I just wanted to make one comment. It says it's heavy duty removal bit sockets for the Torx T45 and T50. They look like, you know, your standard socket sizes, but I did want to make note why some of the Snap-on stuff is super expensive. So this is a T60, and you can see how big this socket is. Yeah, I use my impact gun on it all the time. Now, this one here is also a T60. Where is it? T60. And you can see, so it's the exact same size, but those sure are not the same size. So definitely a huge difference, and there would be a price difference for that. So anyway, I just wanted to make note for that. Now, if we're sliding down to F, right there, we can see that is your little squeeze tool for pushing your caliper pistons back in. What is that going to run? The brake caliper press down from 350 to 315. Now, G is kind of interesting. That's your 3-pin brake piston tool. It's $81. That's what it looks like. I really wish I could see the other side of it. They have a 2-piston or a 2-pin brake piston tool. Same price, so take your pick between 3-pin and 2-pin. I would probably advise 2-pin. I have this old Mac set that I use, you know, quite often, and they're all 2-pin. They just go different ways, but they're all 2-pin. They're not 3-pin. And many times you don't even need this. Sometimes, you know, I'll just stick an extension on and I'll just crank them back in for the rear brakes. So if anyone has any experience with these, please let me know, because I'd be interested in not using my Mac tools anymore. Not because I don't like Mac tools, nothing about it. It's just that I find that, you know, maybe this would just be easier and faster, that's all. Maybe that's all you need these days. Then they have a couple things that are not shown, and that's a collection container. It's not shown, so we won't really talk about it. And then master cylinder cap adapter kit. That's not shown. Let's slide over to the beginning of the next page over here. So right here we have an 11 to 13 millimeter 12-point metric flank drive 10-degree offset box wrench. $60 for that wrench. And that is what the wrench looks like. That was letter H. Now they got a bunch of stuff that is not shown over here. You can see they have an 8 to 10. That's not shown. It's $52. 6-piece 6-point metric flank drive double end flare nut wrench kit. 9 to 21 in a storage tray, $433. So I know it's not shown in the flyer, but it's shown in my toolbox. This is what it looks like. And you know what? I love snap-on flare nut wrenches. They've served me really well. These I'll promote these because I use them all the time and I really like them. I just can't believe how expensive they've gotten. Anyway, when we slide down here, we have 9 to 11 millimeter 6-point flank drive brake bleeder wrench. $109 for one wrench. And then we got another bleeder wrench, not shown, and this says used for GM, Nissan, and Honda vehicles. Speaking of bleeder wrench here, I can't believe they're $109. These are the ones that I use. One is metric, one standard. I've used them over the years, and I've worked on a ton of different vehicles. And honestly, they've never failed me. So I don't want to say reinvent the wheel, but these are the ones that I use. And my metric one, to get you a part number, S6110A. Anyway, that's what it looks like to me. And then the last two here was an 8-piece brake pad shoe, just a gauge set. Measure thickness, I suppose. And then a hub scrub kit, Blue Point, and that is $287. I know those things are expensive. So let's pan over to the next page. So here we got ideal solutions for tricky fasteners, more limited time deals. So I have heard from viewers that these are really good, especially if you're doing a lot of front end work, like they're great for adjusting tie rods. That's what I heard. Let's see how much they are on sale for. Let's pan down here. So this one's pretty big, 28 and 5/8. $372. I know it's expensive. I know. This one's 21 inches and a half. That's $218. Then we step down to 17 inches for $121, regular $135. And then we can go just over a foot. So that one is $109. So that's a foot long. Kind of like if you're hungry and you go to Subway, you ask for a foot long. That gives you an idea of how long that one is. So these ones are actually, they're quite big. Down here, we have some flank drive plus adjustable wrenches. Here's a whole set. It is $629 from $699. Now, honestly, I know it comes with 6, 8, 10, and 12 inches. I've never found a need to really use a lot of these. If someone has, great, but I've just used regular wrenches. I just never really had a need for them. That's all I'm saying. That's a lot of money for those. Maybe you can find them elsewhere if you really need some. Over here, what do we have over here? They're sort of the same, but they're just slim jaw. Slim jaw, wide mouth. So here it's 8-inch there, and that is $112, and then 6-inch for $96. And that's what it looks like. So kind of cool looking, up to 60% thinner jaws than standard wrenches of the same size for greater access in tight spaces. Me, I just use these aftermarket ones. I guess they're called Grip or whatever. I don't know who makes them, but they're, anyway, you can see they're like ultra thin, and this is what I use. Moving along to the bottom of the page, we can see we have a 4-piece soft grip adjustable wrench set. This is Blue Point, so you're gonna save a lot of money here. It is on for $185, and if we slide over here, another one from Blue Point, $163. And the difference between this one, $163, and $185 is this one, you're just getting the grips on them. So they're just soft grip, and this one is just bare steel. Same sizes. Let's turn the page, everybody. So over here, the new generation of access control. They're just promoting, I guess, their new tools, incoming communication. That's, you know, how they brand it. This one's kind of cool. It's inline. It's a quarter drive. And then over there, we have a pistol grip driver. And what is the torque on this thing? They claim it is, what is that there? Just had to get some focus. Sorry, guys. 28 Newton meters, so 248 inch-pounds. So not bad. It is quarter drive. Keep that in mind. And then let's just turn the page. We're done there. Let's turn the page. Here we got some more stuff. So put those batteries to even more work. So what do we have over here? This is a 14.4 volt micro lithium cordless soldering iron. Keep in mind it is a tool only. $408, but it does have 3 settings: low, which is 450, medium 650, and high, which is 750. And it warms up in 15 seconds, so that is like super fast. Let's see if the battery's on sale. I don't think the batteries are on sale. No, they're not. So you can see the 2 style of 18 volt batteries. That's what they charge, almost $300. 14.4 volt is $159, and there's the charger, which is $164. I showed you that tool there. And then this is kind of neat. You can just, if you want, you can get a 7-piece soldering iron tip and magnetic holder kit. It includes some pieces, but I think it's still kind of expensive. So anyway, let's move along to the next page. So here, the right light for every repair. Now, these are interesting. They almost look new, but I don't think they're new. These ones are on sale. Letter A, 450 lumens, so they're going to be bright. High-tech headlamp. They're on for $130, regular $145. These ones are made by Easy Red, and I swear, they're very close to the other Snap-on ones that pop off. I think Easy Red makes them for Snap-on, if I had to guess. And they're way, way cheaper on Amazon. These ones here, I was actually being a little bit too cheap, and I, sorted by the cheapest thing first, and I should have never did that because I just showed these on my video. Absolute junk. They look really cool. After 30 seconds, it starts dimming, and after about a minute and a half, it's just terrible. You might as well take it off because A, you're frying your head, and B, it just doesn't work well at all. Whereas these Easy Red ones stay bright and they work really well. But these look a little different. They're swiveling, and I have a feeling they're a lot more bright. So let's pan down to here and get some focus. What do we have next? We have a 500 lumen dual-sided mini flex light. Dual-sided long bar design provides 300 lumen output for each single light and 500 for dual lighting. So that is on for 105, regular 117. And what does it look like? Letter B, that would be over here. So that's what that looks like. That is letter B. And if we pan over to letter C right here, it's actually very bright, this one. This one's 800 lumens, and the price is higher, probably because 800 lumens, $201. If we pan down here, super bright at 1,000 lumens, $136. That's what this one's worth. All right, everyone, let's turn the page. And actually, before I turn the page, I should show you. Don't use the new brake clean. It is crazy, at least in Canada. Anyway, it melted this one. Thank God it wasn't a Snap-on one, but it eats everything up. Anyway, that's my warning of the day with brake clean. Let's turn the page. So here, upgrade your collection and your closet. So we all know Dixon's a very good brand. If you buy these sockets, you get a free Dixon. But keep in mind, this is a 1/2-inch impact socket set. It's going to be super expensive. They don't put the price, but it's going to be expensive. These are the ones that I have. It is a 6-piece set. Starts at 13, ends at 19, 1/2-inch drive. They are Snap-ons. I really, really like them, but it is only 6. And you know what? To be honest, those are the ones I use all the time. So this set here is going to have more than the 6 pieces that I had, but it's going to cost a lot more too. It looks like it has double. Anyway, what do we have down here? We just have some toques, no sizes. So let's move on. Over here, we have some shop equipment here. This is for tires.
No. You hear that clunk?
No.
Yeah, that tells me you need 4 new tires.
Let's turn the page. And that is it for the flyer of the month. So hopefully you've enjoyed the flyer of the month. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them in the comments below. I am GarageKing. Thank you, everyone, and I will see you again soon.